So Brian was Jonathan Harker's since the beginning of the 2-act version. Carlos was at first Renfield, who was Dracula's minion. And now he's Van Helsing, which he does a great job at.
The personality of my character, and you will be able to see it in the movement, is defined by his scientific mind. He is investigating in a scientific way what's happening and trying to find a reason for all these strange events. He's trying to find out why these deaths are happening and cannot really believe that it's from some kind of strange force or evil. After trying to find out really hard, he's convinced that there's some force that's further than explanation. I'm a good friend with Jonathan Harker and Mina, and I have a relationship, a love interest with Lucy. So the four of us are good friends and work together towards freeing Mina from the force of Dracula.
I really wanted a more contemporary that. I didn't see this ballet as a period piece, although it became that. But when I first started creating it, I was thinking in the now, very contemporary, very human. So I tried to make their movement more human, unlike Dracula's, unlike the undead. Same thing with the two women, Lucy and Mina. They were full of life, full of energy, and that's what I really tried to do, is to really show the contrast between them and the undead.
We're one of the three brides of Dracula, and so we have this relationship with him where, we're very connected to him, but at the same time, there's this new character that's introduced, Mina, and Dracula's sort of lusting after her and wants her to become one of the other brides. So we're a little jealous of her, but at the same time, we still, we have this affection for Dracula, so it's sort of a duality in our role. And so I think for me, in portraying it, just sort of creating an alter ego and sort of putting myself in the character and seeing how I'd react.
The character of this role is pretty intense. She does Dracula's bidding at any time of the day or the night, so it's very interesting to sort of explore a darker role. I generally get typecast as the sort of sweet, innocent, smiley type, so it's been very nice to explore a darker role, something that has a little bit more substance to it, a little bit more than meets the eye. It's also interesting to play something that's a little bit sexier, and I enjoy the sort of drawing in of the other characters during the ballet.
So in the story, we bite Renfield, and when we enter, we basically kind of want to play with him in a way, and so we bite his wrists, and he basically falls under our power and becomes one of us in a way, a vampire.
According to the book, he is a very psychotic individual who is not in his right mind. Ultimately, his goal is to serve the needs of Dracula himself. In the book, I'm in an asylum, and eventually I break out a few times and whatnot. In this story, it's more of I'm a normal person, and then I get bit by a few vampires, beautiful women, which isn't so bad, and then I have a little transformation. It's being pulled from good and evil, and there are moments that I'm elapsed into this psychotic rage of being taken over by this venomous bite by these women, and I'm transforming almost into a vampire, yet I'm not there 100%. So I'm going back and forth trying to escape from it. I find myself lost in it. I find myself enraged in it. It's draining.